So we have an updated format for Beyond Stretch. I took a new certification in kinetic stretching, and it's going to improve, I think, overall. So let me know if those of you taken Beyond Stretch before, if you like it better. It's going to add a little intensity, a little more organization. I think it's overall pretty good. We're going to start with our warm-up. So we're going to do our controlled articulated rotations. We're going to start with the neck and work our way down. We'll start with our head. We're going to look all the way down, working a cervical spine. We're going to twist left and then turn left. Drive the head back, looking at the back pocket, all the way up. Turn right. Roll down. We're going to add the tilt this time. So again, pull down, rotate, tilt left, turn left, rotate up, look straight up, right, turn right, tilt right, scoop down. This time we're going to add a little flow to it, so we're just going to keep going through it. Rest part of segmented. So down, down right, tilt right, turn right, up. And now work your way to the left. One more time. All right, that takes care of the neck. We're going to work the thoracic spine. So the TLT junction, the lumbar spine, starts at the bottom of your ribs. Breathe everything below, cross your arm, and we're just going to try to round the thoracic spine as much as we can. Same pattern we did before. So we're going to tip down left, tilt left, turn left, up left, straight back, back right, turn right, tilt right, scoop all the way back down, and rest. Think about your hips. If your hips are turning, you're turning from the pelvis, so lock your hips in place. Squeeze your legs, create tension so that you can move your upper spine more. Curve down, tilt bottom left, tip left, turn left, shoulder to the back pocket, all the way up and back, up and right, turn right, tilt right, down center. All right, let's do the reps one after the other. Switch to direction. So straight down. Keep moving through the circle. Nice and slow. We're building tension in the body to add resistance as we go through this. Like we're moving through like a soup. That's the idea. Additional tension in the body makes you work harder to warm up these muscles a little bit better. All right. I'm going to move on to the elbow joints. Some members in our class have a little trouble with this. When we do cleans and front squats, we want to be able to rotate out. So we're going to do a car to help give rotation in the elbow joint. So when we move our arms, this is internal, that's external. We can use our shoulder and our elbow and our wrist to do that. We want to focus just on the elbow for this portion. So we're going to take our humeruses or bones here, and we're going to squeeze them together like we'll have two oranges underneath our armpit. We're going to lock it in place, and we can see our biceps from here. We're going to bring our hands all the way down, and then turn in. So thumbs should be together here, and pull all the way up. And now we're going to rotate out as much as we can without releasing the oranges from our armpits. Twist out as much as you can. Twist down, in, back up. Again, we're building tension in our body, trying to make everything really tight, really working as far as we can. Keep looking at your biceps, make sure they're not moving. And we rotate, try to find those muscles in our forearms that create that rotation and get that stuff moving with control. Good, and we're gonna switch direction here, so we're gonna take that the other way. Good, press it down with control, working those forearms. Okay, anybody feel a little burn? Okay, if you felt the burn here, you got it right. If it's in another place, it's still tight, takes some additional work. We're gonna work scapular cars next. The scapular movement looks as follows. So we have our arms like a V. Don't come out wide like this, nice and tight. And then we're gonna bring our shoulders down and we're gonna pop our shoulder blades back. So we're trying to grab, touch our shoulder blades as much as we can. So try to pinch your shoulder blades together. Now lift them up and pinched. Push out, pull down, pull back, up, out. Start from the top, up, back, up and down, out. Pull it up, pull back, push down, out, up, back, down, out. All right. We're going to do 2 or 3 more. We're going to do ones for the hips. So our hip car, we're going to do on the side. There's a lot of ways we can do it. This one we're going to do on the side. And we're going to have the top leg is our left leg here. So we're going to first pull our leg all the way towards our face. So this is external hip rotation. We're trying to twist in. And next we're going to go to abduction. So we're going to pull the leg all the way up and out, forming 90 degrees. So make sure that our body is like a line. So if anybody's knees are over here, go ahead and pull that knee back over. Stack the hip, the knee, right over the hip if you can. Keep our body rotated straight. From here, we're going to internally rotate the hip. So we're trying to keep the knee up and we're raising the foot at the same time. And now we're going to drop the hip and push it into extension. And then we're going to pull through, back into external rotation, abduction, internal rotation, hip extension. Good. One more time. External rotation, abduction, internal rotation, hip extension. Switch sides. Okay, external rotation starts us off. We're pulling the feet towards the face, rotating the knee out. Pull the hip all the way into abduction, internal rotation, push back into extension, pull through, external rotation, lift up into abduction, internal rotation, hip extension, pull through one more time, external rotation, abduction, internal rotation, extension. Okay, last one of the day for the cars. We're gonna do our shin cars. Okay, just like the elbow joint can rotate, shin can too. We're gonna hold our knee in place and we're gonna rotate through the shin, pulling it out, and then we're gonna twist it in. Okay, we don't want the rotation to come from the hip or the ankle. We're focused on getting that shin to move like it's supposed to. Okay, once you've gotten this moving, we're gonna take this into the car. So we're gonna pull out, push down, twist in, pull back. So we're doing a little circle here. Switch direction. And your focus is trying to make sure all the tension and all the movement originates from the top of the shin, not from the ankle. And switch. So we're going to turn out to the left, push down a little, turn into the right, pull back up, twist out, push down, in, up, out, down, in. And with patterning, you can start to push this into a circle and make it a little more fluid. Let's go the opposite direction. So we're going to pull up and to the left, up and right, down center, twist out, up left, up right, push down, turn left, up left, turn right, push down right, up left, and finish. All right, we're going to start this in our 90-90 position. Okay, these are actually some of the stretches we're going to do. And the first stretch is the 90-90 pose, which looks like this. It's named after the right ankles that our feet, our knees, and our hips make. Okay, everybody check their back leg. Make sure that's also 90 degrees. You can line it up with the side of your mat. If you're not sure what 90 degrees, it should be even with the mat. So if it's coming in at an angle, you know you're off. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is try to twist our body to be nice and straight. If we're rotated out here, it's going to make the stretch easier, and that's fine if you need to go there. But we're going to try to center the body to start with. And then we're going to push our chest up and back. Okay? And then we're going to lean forward just a little bit to see if you get the stretch in the back. If you don't, what I want you to do is take your pelvis, imagine you have a tail, and put your tail to the ceiling. So you're going to posteriorly rotate your pelvis, we'll lift your tail, and then lean forward. We're looking for the stretch on the outside of the right hip. Okay, we're going to work this for about 90 seconds or so. You don't need to bring your chest down to get this stretch to work because the stretch comes from the hip, not from the back. So if you're finding you can't find the stretch, it's pelvis movement. Take your pelvis and drive back and up and that's pretty much as hard as you can. And then drive forward and you will get this stretch to hit. Another thing you can think about in the stretch is kind of pulling the belly button forward. So we're not kind of rounding here. We're pushing our chest forward. And that also helps get us in the right position. Now, from here, we're going to take the whole knee and ankle assembly, and we're going to push it down into the mat. Okay? Keeping our end range that we just kind of worked through, we're going to push down for 10%. And we're going to slowly ramp up. So let's go to 20%. Each one, 21, 22. Keep recruiting, keep pushing down through the mat, raising our intensity, trying to strengthen our abductors in our right leg. 30%, 40%, halfway. Start to build tension in the body, so we have something to push against. 60%, 70%. So if there's a scale here, that number is driving up, right? We're getting more and more weight, more pushing down. 80%, 90%. Hard as you can, push down into the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, slowest count ever, 4, 3, 2, and from here, I want you to pull the leg up towards your face. We'll pull and switch in direction and hold there. 10, hard as you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pull. Try to drive that stretch a little further if you can. Stretch here for 30 seconds. Next thing we're going to work is called a hover. And we're going to kind of keep the same position, but you might want to back your hands up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that muscle we just lifted and hover the leg up. So we're going to lift up and slowly come down. That's 1. Pull up and lower. 2. Up and lower. 3. Pull up. Lower. 4. Pull up. 5. 6. Lift up. 7. I want everybody to keep their knee and their foot at the same angle. So don't lift up through the knee. Try to lift the whole thing evenly. 2 more. Last one. Okay. From here, we're going to work a kinetic stretch. So we're going to fold forward, but what's going to pull us forward is us lifting that leg that we just practiced. So when I come down, I'm coming down by lifting this leg and then I'm pushing that leg back. So use this part and the outside part. We're going to do 5. So hands behind. If that's too hard, you can bring your hands to your knee. If you want to make it harder, hands to the head. Okay, so from here, pull that leg up, pull the leg up, pull the leg up, push the leg back, push back, push back. Good, 1. Pull up and push back. Pull up, push back, pull up. And push back. Okay, the last one we're going to do is an isometric stretch, or isometric exercise anyway. So we're going to lean forward, and if you can get both elbows to the floor, that's the goal. If you can't, that's okay. Just put your hands here. We're going to take this knee, and we're going to push it that way. So the knee is trying to push the elbow out. I want you to squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now squeeze into the hand or the other side. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch again. Knee extension. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's come back to our starting position. We're now going to switch sides, but we're going to do so keeping the kind of tempo and strain of the stretch. So to do that, we're going to first lift this left side. We're going to rotate that left knee up. And then we're going to come to center, which is our bear pose. We're going to get that left knee down and then pull that right knee behind us. Okay, Now we're reversed. I'm going to turn around so I can see everybody in the camera. You can keep the position or just rotate your body around. Good, now I can see everybody's back leg. Everybody's back leg, that is sideways. Go ahead and straighten it. Pull that knee up so it's at 90 degrees. Good. Okay, let's do that same sequence we just did. So we're going to lean forward and we're kind of pulling our tailbone up, pushing our chest forward, pulling with our navel forward toward the front of our mat. So we're working this posterior isometric position where we're rotating our hips backwards while we're using our arms to pull us forward, giving us the stretch in our left hip. All right. Another 20 seconds. And let's push down through that left leg into the mat, 10% force. 20, this is our pale, progressive, angular, isometric loading. 30%. 40%. Take a little more, find 50%. Start to get everything nice and tight, our core and our back, everything nice and tight. Just get us up to 60. Deep breath, 70, 80, 90. Hard as you can, press down. And keep that hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now pull the leg into the chest, lift it up and pull it towards you as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. Try to find a little more range if you can get some more. Pulling that chest forward towards the mat, pulling that tailbone up towards the sky. We're going to go to our front hovers. So you can bring your hands back if you need to. If you can do it from here, that's tougher. Wherever works for you. Adjust your hands so you can get your foot up an inch or two and lift. Slowly release. Lift up. When we go down, we want to go down slowly, as slow as you can. Lift up and down. Up, down, pull up, down, up, down, lift up, down, 2 more, lift, lower, lift, lower. Kinetic stretch is next. Hands go behind you, or they can stay on your leg if you need to. I'm going to do the modified one this time. And we're going to pull that leg towards us, pull towards us, pull towards us. Push the leg away, push away, push away, push away. Pull towards you. And push away. Pull towards you. Press and pull towards you. Press. All right, bring your elbows to your feet or hold your foot if you need to. And we're gonna lift that knee, pull the knee into the hand. The left knee goes to the left and lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which direction? Push. So we're pushing with the left leg into the right hand or right elbow. Lift the left knee, pull forward. And switch sides last time, pushing to the right. Okay. So if you're not facing me, go ahead and turn around 180 degrees so everybody can see what's gonna happen in the next. So we need to get into butterfly position for our next stretch. So what we're gonna do for that, if we can keep our body upwards, off the mat, we will. If we need to go to our hands for support, that's okay too. So step one, we're gonna pull the heel towards us. We're gonna lift this leg up, back leg floats up. We're gonna lift up as high as we can, then lift that knee, twist to the center, and pull it in. And now we're in butterfly. Okay, we're gonna do 2 different kinds of stretches here in butterfly. First thing we're gonna work is our hips. And we're gonna work our hips by folding down, but it's more of a question of getting our legs close so that when we fold down, we get a stretch going down. If you're not very bendy, you might use your yoga block for this. To make the stretch easier to do, which will give you more out of it, you just sit on the block. Okay, so if you're in the unbendy category, you're gonna get a lot more out of this way. And if you're in the very bendy category, which I'm not, you're gonna put the yoga block underneath your feet. So go ahead and make the modification that fits you, and we're gonna work this stretch. So we're driving forward, and I want you to see, do you get the stretch in your hips? If you don't, use one of those 2 modifications I suggest. All right, well, now we're gonna do our PAL. So we're gonna bring up our elbows, add a little bit more to the stretch. So we're not pushing yet, we're just kind of leaning down, and as we lean down, it should push our legs out a little more. So hands underneath the ankles, elbows pushing into the knees, leaning down, adding a little more hip action. The PAL contraction is going to be in our groin, right where we're stretching. And go into that next. So we're going to take our knees, and we're going to push them up into our elbows to 10%. We're going to hold it on the bottom, but we're squeezing at our end range. 20%. 30. Everybody's groin should be on fire already. That sounds weird, doesn't it? 40%. 50%. 60%, 70%. Deep breath, kind of hands. 80%, we're pulling the knees up and in. 90%, safest, greatest effort, and hold there. And now reverse, pull the knees down as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. All right. Our butterfly position can also be used to stretch the back, okay? Depending on your anatomy, you may have already felt a stretch in your back, but you'll feel more back if you slide your feet forward, okay? What I like about this stretch is that it strengthens the bad deadlift, which we've all done. I've seen every one of you do a bad deadlift now and then, okay? So we're basically gonna bring our body forward, and instead of focusing on the hips coming down so much, we're gonna try to stretch to the back. And if you don't feel it in the back, either slide your feet forward or put the block underneath your feet to get into the back. Everybody's getting back now? Okay, we're leaning that head forward. What I really like about the pail, which is coming next, is we're gonna work strengthening in a rounded lumbar position. We never wanna lift in the rounded lumbar position, right, Andrea? Never. But what happens if you do, because you just mess up? Well, you wanna strengthen if you don't get injured. And that's what we're gonna do with the pail. Okay, so to do that, we gotta get a good grip on our feet and kind of lock our arms in place. And we're gonna lift and try to pull us out of the stretch with our back. So we're kind of working the muscle we just stretched. So we're lifting the chest up, but the arms block it right away. Lift for 10, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, hard as you can, lift up. Exhale and reverse pull down, so use your core. Pull yourself down as much as you can. And relax into our stretch. So we're still stretching. We're trying to take advantage of the new range in our back. Another 20 seconds. Okay. So if you're sitting on a block, you want to come off the block for this last part. And we're going to do a double hover. Okay, just like we did with the 90-90, but we're going to put our hands inside. I'm going to lift both feet up. We're going to try to do it with the feet and the knees raising as a unit, so no twisting. Okay. If that's too hard, you can put your hands on the sides. Okay. If you need to lean back a little bit to make it work, that's okay too. But we want to try to keep this waist forward, because the more the waist is forward, the smaller that angle is and the harder it is. So like, that's cheating, right? No rocking. But if you need to move back to get your feet off the floor, that's okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, lift and down. Lift and down. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, 2 more, lift, last one. All right, we're now going to take this into kneeling position, and we're going to do a transition to do that too. So we're going to just bring one leg over, and we're twisting up. And then we can center ourselves back. Okay, so we're going to work some arms here. So we're in tall kneeling. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, and we're going to push the hands away. So my hands are pointed down, and we're pushing back. And our arms come up. Rotate the shoulders down. Sweep it in. Pull it up. Push the hands away. Push out. Twist up. Back. Push away. Up. Down. Up. Push away. Twist out. Turn up. Away. Up. Down. Okay, those are called swimmers. Okay, we're going to take this into collapsed kneeling, which looks like child's pose. And we have both our hands are up, our head's on the floor. Okay, we're going to start with the right arm. So we're going to lift it up 10 lifts. So we're up at a high angle, like overhead squat range, and lifting up and down. So these are just lift ups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it to the halfway between center. So moving it down just like 15 degrees. Lift up, down, up, down. Good, and then take it to 90 degrees. Lift up. Should be an easier position, should be able to get higher. Just lift it up higher if you can get higher. Anybody shoulder getting tired yet? Just wait. Just wait. All right, we're taking it up to halfway again, and we're going to do some circles. 5 circles. Drawing a little circle at our end range, and then switch direction. Hey, Sean, you feeling that at home?
Oh,
There you go. Well,
understatement.
5, and then other way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the middle. So the middle gets twice. That's just how the middle is. And switch direction. And then come out to the side. Lift that all the way up. Nice tight circle. And switch direction. All right, take it back to midpoint. These are called axial rotations. So we're going to take that humerus. We're going to rotate the humerus up and then down. Rotate up, down. Keep going. We're going to take a look what everybody's doing. Everybody looks like it's pretty good. Okay, I'm just rotating the humerus Good, and bring it all the way up. Good, up, back, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. Slide it to 90 degrees, lift it up all the way, clockwise, counter, clockwise, counter, clockwise, counter, clockwise, counter. All right, we got one more. All right. So we're in middle position again, and we are rotated clockwise, so external rotation. As far as you can, now bend the elbow up and push down. Up, down, these are called hinges. They are terrible. And bring it to the top, lift up, turn up, hinge, down, hinge, down, hinge, down, hinge. Take it all the way to the side, 90 degrees, twist up, hinge, down, hinge, down, hinge, down, hinge, down. All right. We gotta do the other side. All right, right hand on the mat. I know, like it was so good. I'm like, wait, I gotta do it again. All right, we know what we're doing now, so that'll take a little less time. All right, so we're up top of the position. We're lifting up and down. We're doing 10 reps. I know what Ira's thinking. This is an abusive child's pose. She's gonna call the yoga alliance on me. Report me. So we're now in the middle position and we're lifting up as far as we can. And now we're on the side. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another way. Up halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch direction. 3, 4, 5. All the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch direction. 3, 4, 5. All right. Axial rotations. In the middle, turn up, turn down, turn up, turn down, turn up, turn down, turn up, turn down to the side, turn up, turn down, turn up, down, up, down, up, down, go all the way up, turn up, down, up, down, up, down. Come to the middle, twist it up, bend the elbow, push the elbow down. Elbow up, elbow down. Keep the external rotation, bend the elbow, down, elbow, down, elbow, down. To the side. Raise the arm, twist it up, bend the elbow, down, elbow, down, elbow, down, elbow, down. Last one, all the way up, twist up, lift up, bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's come into box pose or a quadruped position. We're just gonna do a couple easy cat and cows to reset ourselves because we have a hard stretch coming next. I know that was the hard one. Yeah, it's coming next. It's pretty tricky. All right, so we're just gonna do a segmental camel and cat. So we're gonna pull cat and cow rather. Pull the navel down, pull down through the lumbar spine, one vertebrae at a time. Pull the chest down, lift the head up, and then pull the head down nice and slow. Lift the T-spine, lift the lumbar spine, lift the coccyx. Coccyx down, lumbar spine down, thoracic spine down, cervical up, cervical down, thoracic up, lumbar up, coccyx up. All right. So we need to come to this kind of collapsed quadruped position. So with our right leg, we're going to kind of bring our whole body straight down and bring your hands up to the side here. Okay? Position your hands so you have control. They could be bent wherever you need. We're going to lift that back leg up. Okay, we're going to do lift off. So we're just going to touch the floor and lift. You should feel this in your glutes right away. Anybody not feeling this? No? What's that, Andrea? Can you make it harder? I'm sure I can think of something. Hold on. All right, so per request, lift up, circles. 2, 3, 4. You can't hear Andrea, but Sean's laughing at you. 4, 5. Just for that, Sean. Lift that leg all the way up. Now bend that knee all the way and straighten. Lift up, bend the knee, straighten. Lift up, bend the knee, straighten. Lift up, bend the knee, straighten. Switch sides. Right leg is back. Lift the hip. 1, 2, 3. We're just kissing the floor ever so gracefully. Trying to maintain the time under tension, focusing on hip extension. Ten circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch direction. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up, bend the knee, down. 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 All right. We're going to go onto our backs. All right. 3 stretches from here, and we are done. Left leg's up. Little circles here. Okay. Focus on just the hip, driving that circle. Switch direction. And now the axial rotation. So rotate the humerus in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay. We're going to grab that knee and pull the knee to your chest. Okay, maybe with the hands might be good. And try to find where your quad hits your chest, wherever that is, and keep it there. So you're going to put like one hand underneath your thigh and your chest, trapping the hand there. And now extend the knee, but don't release the hand. Keep contact with your hands. Lift up. 2. Lift up. 3. Lift up. 4. Lift up. Halfway. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Switch. Right leg up. Circle. Little tight circles. Working on that control. Your leg is up as high as it can go. Switch direction. And we're just building control in this end range position. Good. Rotate the the femur. Turn out. Turn in. Out. In. Out. in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, pull that leg to the chest. Take your left hand, put it on your chest, pin your left hand with your right thigh. Straighten the leg. 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. We are all done. All right. What do you guys think of the new format? Did you like it? Kind of kept things moving, working. But you, about Sean and Lisa, what do you guys think?
Pretty good. I like, yeah, a little more dynamic.
Yeah, and the pacing was good. It was easier for me to like build off of things, whereas before I used to struggle a lot more.
So the scaling and the queuing was good? Yeah, okay, good. All right, well, I will see many of you on Saturday for some CrossFit. I got some good stuff cooked up for you guys, so I'll see you then. Have a good night.